Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Mustangs will kick it off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Here's the handoff. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40, at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Just a simple power play. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Tight end getting vertical. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Baker. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football.
Into the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going up top on first down. Finds the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. One final play before the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
First down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll start this drive with a pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Connection to the right. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Running back searching for a hole. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll try to run for it. The Horned Frogs are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
He's got the back in the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo with the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Mack. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cantrell. He'll work his way down to the 28. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. They're trying to get to him. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Wants to pass. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, SMU! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure.
And the ball is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Forced out of the pocket. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Using the quick game. They will score! Touchdown Mustangs!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Feeling some heat. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab on the left. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Because the QB anticipated that curl route so well, he got it to his receiver early against zone coverage. He had space to work with. After he caught the ball, he was able to make a guy miss, move the chains.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Finds his man. It's Avery. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll give it to him again. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He wants to throw here on second down. Working the middle. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll. And they get...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around.
Getting set for the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Avery. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line...
And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, SMU! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Florida State. We'll parachute back into your game, fellas, if anything changes in this heavyweight battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback checking off. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU! Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll throw it on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Turns it on at midfield. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. After the run, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're working that left side. Touchdown Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
Now on first down from the 40. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on second down. Back to the air one more time. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Release to the back. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools.
Open runway ahead. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Mack. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Trying to pound it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner is stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah,
He's going to let one fly down the middle. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. Here comes the two-point try. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Getting some heat. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And that is how we will wrap this one up. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.